Hi, my name is Sheila Corona. Welcome to Sassy Seer Sheila and New Light Streaming Love, as this will be seen in both places. Please forgive my voice. I've been ill. No, scratch that. Um, my body has been purging some very deep grief. My lungs are purging like I've never had before. And so that makes me very hoarse. And I've been wanting to record for the past week, honestly, and have found that I just cannot. So I was able to read in book club last night. So I wanted to try, especially when I saw this, I saw the title and I had to ask myself, does this take precedence? Because there are several others of Jason's work that I've seen recently that I know I am to record. And so if I have to limit it to one or two today, I got the biggest ping on this one. The DNA of Generational Trauma by Jason Gray. There are things you carry that were never yours to begin with. Pain you did not earn. Fears you did not form. Memories you did not live, yet you somehow remember them. It is the inheritance no one speaks of, the ghost language whispered through blood. It begins before you were born, the unseen womb of history. Long before your first breath, before your lungs ever learned the rhythm of this world, your ancestors were breathing in terror, heartbreak, betrayal, loss, oppression, war, famine, abandonment, and encoding those experiences into their very biology. I really do feel this is correct. Not for the very least of reasons, but that my own inner guidance has said so. But there's an awful lot of other puzzle pieces that point to this being a very true statement. Science is just now catching up to what the soul has always known. Trauma does not just scar the mind, it marks the flesh. It writes itself into your genetic code. Epigenetics, the study of how environment and emotion can alter gene expression, has revealed that the emotional lives of those who came before you change the way your DNA behaves. Like a dimmer switch on a panel of lights, certain genes are turned on or off, heightened or muted, not because of your own experiences, but because of theirs. The trauma of your great-grandmother fleeing war, of your great-grandfather, no, sorry, of your grandfather growing up fatherless and afraid, of your mother's silence and your father's shame. It's all in there. Stored, not in stories, but in the invisible programming of your cells. This is molecular memory, the burden you mistake for personality. Have you ever wondered why you feel unsafe in safe places? Why joy feels fleeting or unearned? Why you sabotage your own success or feel an unnamed grief when looking in the mirror? Perhaps that is not you. Wow. I can't unsee that, can I? Especially after what I just told you. Perhaps it is the echo of a wound 5 generations deep. You might call it anxiety, but it is the nervous system still alert for a danger that passed decades ago. You might call it depression, but it is the cellular mourning of lives unlived, dreams unrealized, hopes slaughtered in silence. You might call it low self-worth, but it is the inherited message, quote, you are not allowed to take up space, passed down like a curse wrapped in kindness. You are not broken. You are bearing the weight of ancestral chains. The soul contracts we never signed but still fulfill. Every family has stories that were buried, secrets never spoken aloud, patterns repeated so often they became identity. The alcoholic father, the emotionally absent or abusive mother, the sibling rivalry rooted in survival, not love. These are not accidents. They are manifestations of unresolved trauma. Like a virus seeking a host, they replicate generation after generation until someone wakes up, until someone finally says, no more. Perhaps this is you, the one who feels too much, the one who sees through the surface, the one who breaks down without knowing why. You were never weak. You were born to end what began long before you. I cannot unsee how and why I felt to record this, no matter how I felt today. Wow. Healing, a revolution written in blood. To heal yourself is to rebel against history. To rewire your nervous system is to rewrite your lineage. To remember your true name beneath the ancestral noise is to resurrect the original self that was always buried beneath survival. When you cry, you may be crying ancient tears. When you rage, you may be releasing centuries of silence. When you forgive, not to forget, but to unchain, you are performing alchemy on the past. Every breath you take in mindfulness is a rupture in the pattern. Every boundary you set is a line drawn in time itself. Every child you raise in love, not fear, is a revolution encoded into future DNA. The blood remembers. Not just the pain, but the healing too. You are the living resolution. I believe that's a true statement too. You are not merely your own story. You are the end and the beginning of many. You are the living prayer your ancestors never dared speak. You are the sigh of relief that centuries of suffering can now exhale. This is the work of a warrior. To face the shadows you did not cast, to clean the wounds you did not inflict, to carry forward the strength, the wisdom, the resilience, but leave the pain buried in ashes. You are the healer the bloodline sent forward. Not to be perfect, but to be present, to remember, to rewrite, to rise. In doing so, you do not just heal yourself, you heal all of them. Jason Gray, Winnipeg, Manitoba, Canada. Wow, Jason. I can't unsee the feeling I had when I saw that title, and then I knew I had to record this because what I'm slap damn in the middle of is a lot of that very deep grief. Not quite really understanding all of it until now. I have said for quite some time now that if each being on this planet would just understand that there's not one of us that have been left out of trauma. A lot of people associate that word with horrific accidents or things that leave one so injured that it requires some other kind of assistance to heal or whatever. But that's not what trauma actually is. And each and every one of us have these programmed conditioning situations that actually felt like trauma as they were being inflicted. When you're little, when you when you're a little one and you don't really understand the ways of this realm and the larger beings who claim to be your caretakers, your parents, your teachers, the people that are supposed to love you, also say confusing things. There's not a being on this planet that, more than likely, at least from my generation, that don't remember being told, stop crying or I'll give you something to cry about, or I only do this because I love you. And the harsh words to those little beings' nervous systems and what it does to them. I've seen it firsthand now. Each one of us have those sorts of things going on the inside just from this lifetime. But we also, all of us, I feel, whether we believe we did or not, came here in part to resolve this trauma. Wow, I hope this has been as helpful for you as it has been for me. Hopefully, I'll feel up to having a conversation with Jason this coming weekend if he's available. And I want to begin resuming my morning mojo situations Maybe I'll just do a musing. I don't know. I haven't done a musing in a long time. But until we meet again, my friends, move towards that which brings you joy in each moment that presents itself to you. What if that is your only mission? Until we meet again, be well.